it can revert back to the people in form of Kenya Broadcasting Corporation is very, very necessary. KBC land in Nyali, TXLR number 1476-1, measuring approximately 22.8 hectares, was encroached into by squatters. Honorable Speaker, these are prime lands. It's now under squatters. We want this land back to the people owned by KBC. So we must help KBC, Honorable Speaker, through this House, so that the issue of land, National Land Commission, Honorable Speaker, through you being at the chair, must call to order National Land Commission so that they move in and recover back the land that belongs to the Kenyan people into their corporation status. It's not just only KBC. Honorable Speaker, all of my reports I'll be presenting here touches on the issue of land. National Land Commission should do justice to Kenyan people. What do we recommend, Honorable Speaker? That within 3 months upon adoption of this report, the accounting officer KBC, in collaboration with the National Land Commission, should expedite the processing of the corporation's title deeds for all the parcels of land owned by KBC. Honorable Speaker, there's no shortcut. We must call National Land Commission to order, and they must make available the title deeds for the land, because KBC is not any other thing but the government itself. We must get it right. That within 3 months upon adoption of this report, the accounting officer should present to the National Assembly comprehensive report on the status of its land parcels with regard to acquisition of ownership documents. Honorable Speaker, our recommendation still insisted that we must have it, and KBC must report back. Honorable Speaker, what is surprising is the asset register of most of these agencies is not updated. And that's why, Honorable Speaker, my colleagues will ask, why should we say they must report back to Parliament? It's because, Honorable Speaker, the only place you capture the assets of a corporation is through the asset register. But when you get the asset register of KBC, Honorable Speaker, it's not updated. Instead of us going for the individual assets, instead of us going to the global assets of the organization, let us individualize and say, let the assets touching on property, plant, and equipment, particularly land, be filed back to Parliament. Honorable Speaker, in 2016-2017, there is an issue of legal fees, which has legal pending cases between Channel 2 Corporation and KBC. Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, Honorable Speaker, entered into a JV with Channel 2 Group. The agreement allowed Channel 2 Group the right to operate and create broadcasting movies and other programs on KBC stations, formerly known as Metro Television. For those of you who are here, those years, we used to see the Metro TV in Kenya. The total cost arising, Honorable Speaker, out of then, Honorable Speaker, we made the following observation, that the national broadcaster procured the services of 3 firms to provide consultant services on transmission matters at a cost of $9,500,000, consultant service on accounting issues at a cost of $8,432,000, consultant service on marketing issues at a cost of $15,785,000, all totaling $33,717,040 shillings. However, the management failed to provide explanation on the reasons for engaging 3 firms, considering that arbitration process had failed. Honorable Speaker, this is a detailed matter. I wish my colleagues can read the report. This is my summary, but Honorable Speaker, the whole detail is covered in the report, and this is the matter, Honorable Speaker, in a nutshell, which you saw. Another one of the CEOs ended up writing $550,000 as part of the payment to that effect, Honorable Speaker, which made the CS then to dismiss that CEO. What is our recommendation? The other observation, Honorable Speaker, the accounting officer was in breach of Article 227 of the Constitution and Section 91, Part 1 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, which requires that open tendering shall be the preferred procurement method for procurement of goods. Honorable Speaker, procurement process is not just only in the Act. It's part of the law. It's in the Constitution of Kenya, particularly Article 227, which gives us how accurate and precise and transparent one is to undertake procurement. What's the recommendation, Honorable Speaker, that we came up with? that the committee reprimands and then accounting officer for failure to adhere to that article, since, Honorable Speaker, it did not comply with the requirements of Article 227 of the Constitution of Kenya with respect to procurement. Honorable Speaker, Part 2, that the accounting officer, KBC, should embrace alternative dispute resolution mechanism to bring the case to its logical conclusion. Honorable Speaker, without interfering with the matter in court, this is a matter that's also in court, but we feel should chance allow that they can resolve the matter outside, let them do so, but not necessarily forcing them for that matter, only if the situation will allow them to do so. That, Honorable Speaker, the committee reprimands and then accounting officer for failing to undertake proper feasibility study before signing the JV with Channel 2 Group. Honorable Speaker, the JV is amorphous. The document that was tabled before the committee is not conclusive. Some pages are not there. I cannot stand before this House, as I'm doing now, to confirm, Honorable Speaker, that the document that was filed before the committee consists a joint venture contract, because most of the pages are missing, and you cannot really read from one page flowing to the other. It's a flawed document that we got with that respect. Honorable Speaker, we then recommend that the committee recommends to conduct an inquiry on the circumstances surrounding the joint venture agreement between KBC and Channel 2 Corporation. That, Honorable Speaker, it is not just only the Committee on Public Investments. Generally, we recommend that we open up an inquiry into the joint venture agreement so that we can understand what really happened between the Channel 2 Corporation and KBC. Honorable Speaker, asking the legal team, the matter being before the court in London, we felt we could not open it for now, as maybe part of the issues raised might jeopardize the outcome of the case, and that's why we left it at that level, so that immediately the other part is concluded, we can be able not to really make the process in the court be jeopardized. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker.
Is the matter before court under active litigation, or it is just lying there?
It's active. Okay. And actually, we are waiting for the decision. Most of the two parties have submitted, and what we are waiting for is the decision by the court. And any kind of disclosure of any information could have jeopardized the outcome of that case. Honorable Speaker, as I wind up, allow me to really thank the Clerk of the National Assembly, together with the Directorate of Committees, particularly the Directorate of Audit Committees. Thank my colleagues for tirelessly working on this report. Thank my Secretariat for taking time to compile 4 agencies at one report. Honorable Speaker, it's very tiresome. And particularly, Honorable Speaker, my colleagues who are in this House, the Honorable Ward Chief, whom I would want him to second the report, the Honorable Kosgei, and all those colleagues who took time to really look into the matters that were canvassed in this report. That it's not easy, Honorable Speaker. It's not taken for granted. As your chair, I'm only eligible to lead the committee, but the issues canvassed here were really dealt with by all the members, whom I want to thank. And also thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me ample time on odd days of working in the chamber to sit down with my committee and deliberate. I most sincerely thank you and owe a lot of gratitude to you and the entire House for looking at this report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move and call on the great member of Ndiwa.
Honorable Wangu, it is always a pleasure to preside when you are moving a report. And I wish all audit committees would be like this. I know all members who have been with you in this report and the previous one would agree without much debate, including Honorable Dr. Wilberforce Oundo. I can see agrees. But tell me, you are the chair in charge of Public Investment Committee on Social Services, Administration and Agriculture.
Yes.
What does administration cover? Does it include these matters falling under security, police, and those other?
Yes. And administration covers matters touching on what you mentioned, the Kenya School of Government.
Now, listening to you,
yes,
before you conclude, makes me think that You know, there is some structure we have on Bagati Road. The facility we were building for National Police Service.
Yes.
To deal with those specific injuries that they may suffer when they are, securing Kenyans.
Yes.
We budgeted under the Committee on Administration and National Security then 400 million just to build that thing.
Yeah.
And if you look at that thing, it cannot be beyond 400 million. It is complete, it is ready. Remember, in terms of implementation, we were told, why contract private people when we have Kenya Defence Forces with engineers who can build it?
Yes.
Soldiers are available. Implementation went to KDF. KDF contracted it to a third party. And so you see money which was budgeted under the committee, charge of administration, national security, somehow goes out of a known structure to Kenya Defence Forces. Kenya Defence Forces, instead of building it through the soldiers, contracts it to a third party. That facility is not ready. Our police officers are being injured. The contractor is now claiming another 1 billion to deliver that project to serve the police officers. I would request that with this detail, you've always gone through your work with your esteemed committee members, make that your urgent business so that we can deliver that project to the police. So many who are being injured while securing Kenyans. And so that if there is anything like quantity survey in the similar manner you are recommending to NSSF, that ugly thing we are seeing there.
Yes.
It's crazy when we hear over 3.5 billion has been paid for that nonsense by the road. So go with the speed so that that facility can be available for the purpose that we targeted. The police now only have some facility at Kanyonyo. It's not helping all those police officers. And so that you can also, protect what I see is a possible, loss of money we would be suffering if you don't intervene quickly. Otherwise, I'm very grateful. You may conclude and call whoever you want to second to do so.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you for that further assignment. Allow me to pick it up from the answered upon your communication that we've done so. Allow me then to invite my good friend and colleague, the Honorable Ward Chief, I beg to move and ask the Honorable Ward Chief to second.
Yes, Honorable Martin Owino, then if on their constituency will second.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As a member of this PIC committee, I'm very, very happy and privileged to have a chair like Emmanuel Wangwe. Very, very prominent and up to the task. Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion. Consideration of the fifth.
Honorable members, Honorable Martin Owino, you'll have 9 minutes to second when the matter will next be listed to be transacted by the House Business Committee. Honorable members, on the time being 7:03 p.m., this House stands adjourned until Wednesday, the 24th day of September 2025 at 9:30 a.m.